Everyone, it's Moonlight Mason. In this video, I'm going to talk about some drama channels and some drama with the drama channels. And so I'm going to be talking about my opinion and how I see some drama channels and some tea that's been going on with these drama channels. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about Nick Snider, Dustin Daly, Rich Lux, and if you don't know, there was some tea that got spilled last night, and you're gonna just have to keep watching. Keep watching. Okay, so I believe many of you know that Nick Snider and Rich Lux had a hookup. They did hook up, and I'm not sure if this is something that plays into Nick Snider and Dustin Daly having a little tiff or something of the sort, because that hookup is shady AF, only because Rich doesn't feel totally comfortable talking about it. He sometimes refers to it and he doesn't want to say whether they did or whether they didn't. He tries to, kind of evade the issue because he said he's not quite sure what Nick would say, whether he would say yay or nay. So Rich has decided not to say anything when in fact they're the ones who told us that they hooked up. They're the ones who alluded to this, and now all of a sudden they're not completely spilling the tea, and all this is going to come full circle pretty soon. You see, because last night there was some stuff, some drama that went down on Twitter between Dustin Daly and Nick Snider, and they, specifically, I believe it was Nick, has asked that we respect the fact that they want to keep this private and that they don't want to bring it out to the public, which kind of, that kind of hit me the wrong way. And the reason is because, especially coming from Nick, of anyone, because Nick, to me, my personal opinion is, now wait, before I say anything, you guys have to know that I like all of them. I like everybody, you know what I mean? So, whatever. I like everyone, so I'm not saying or trying to throw shade on anyone's way. I'm just telling you that for Nick to say, respect that we would like to keep this private and not bring it out to the public. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, Nick, isn't that what you do? Don't you bring stuff out all the time that people would rather keep private, which you don't have to do to be a drama channel. You can give your commentary, but you don't have to call people out like when someone shares something and you come out and say, oh, they're just coming out with this mental illness, fake stuff, because every one of us goes through struggles and tribulations, and none of us are perfect, right? So it just seems to me that when someone else does something or says something, Nick is the first one to comment. Just like, when he commented, about Luscious and seeing Luscious in West Hollywood, and how Luscious didn't even say happy birthday to Rich Lux after being his friend for 10 years. Nick had to go and put that on Twitter. Well, guess who we saw? And, he didn't even say happy birthday. She didn't even, Luscious, she didn't even say happy birthday to Rich, and they've been friends for 10 years. Well, didn't Rich say that Luscious was dead to him? Didn't they have some other kind of drama that went down, and, they're not really talking about it? And of course, Luscious, she's always about positivity and wanting everyone just to get along. And so she's not going to add to any of this drama. But why stick your nose into it? I think that Nick shouldn't have said that. Now, to add that to what happened, where they think that we should respect them for choosing to keep it private. Well, what about everyone else on YouTube that chooses to keep some drama or something private? And the drama communities, the ones that actually call people out and say negative things about people, and they don't go and do both sides, and they're not fair with anyone, and they outwardly state, and I don't like this person, or they state worse and call names and all the stuff that goes on, like children in a playground, right? Oh, you know what? I could talk about Karina Kaboom too. I'm on Nick. Right now I'm going to talk about Nick and get it out, because there is a lot I want to say about Nick, okay? Nick, he, God bless him. There's always, we're all different, right? And Nick, I made so many videos on Nick Snider before. I mean, he is a beautiful, externally beautiful person, and I ask that he consider to be internally beautiful as well. I don't know what happened to Nick in his childhood. I don't know why he has such a, negative or, mean-spirited outlook on people that he talks about. I don't know why it always has to be so negative. I don't know why he has that edge. And, a lot of times when he says things, I get it. I get it's satire. I get he doesn't really mean it. I mean, I get it. And other times it's more serious than that, and it's actually bullying. So don't think that this is against Nick Snider. I do like him, and I do get his humor. But for him to say that, keep it private, that's what we would prefer. We'd rather not talk about this disagreement, this beef, whatever, misunderstanding, whatever it was between him and Dustin. Let's keep it private. Dustin Daly also tweeted out, and I have that here. Hurt feelings. Really, Dustin? Well, don't you think that a lot of people get hurt feelings when you make videos that are so harsh about someone? I mean, I really think that Dustin Daly and Nick Snider, this is the time to eat your own medicine. That's how I feel about it, okay? So the way you feel now of what's going on, and you don't even have the brunt of it because you don't have a lot of other channels. I'm not coming after you. I'm not calling you guys names. I'm not saying anything like that. But when a lot of drama channels especially come after other drama channels in a negative way, well, I hope you actually are experiencing a little of what you give out all the time. That's all I have to say about that, and not sharing with us whatever it is that happened that you guys want to keep it private, right? So I did read something about perhaps Dustin saying something about Nick being a social climber or something like that, and that's been said about Dustin many times before, and it's been said about a lot of people, but because they are closer now with all these collabs that they've been doing, and that's what happened is, Nick was just in Los Angeles, and he's been doing collabs with Dustin Daly, and he does collabs with Rich Lux, and then something happened, the shit hit the fan, and we don't get to know what it is, you guys. You and I do not get to know what it is. They want to keep it private, and they want us to respect that and not talk about it. I'm talking about it, even though I don't know what happened, but I'm talking about that they want to keep it private, yet has a drama channel keeping others people's personal, they make it public. Right? And many people get hurt, and then they cry, and then they say it's fake. They love saying that things are fake. I was just doing some research online, and I came up with this thing that happened in February 4th, 2010. It was actually an article on Nick Snider, who I don't know, this is probably, you guys probably already know about this. Somehow or another, I missed it. I didn't know about this. So here again, the reason I'm reading this, especially about Nick, is because my opinion, which does not make it a fact, my opinion is Nick seems like he's always holds himself up high to a different standard. And it's okay when Nick is grieving, or when Nick, is going through something and sharing his personal health issues or whatever he's going through with us. But it's when someone else shares it and he doesn't like the person, then he starts calling them fake, or that they're, doing it for clout, or that it's fake, that it's not true. And I don't see that happening with Nick. So this just shows, this article, the reason I'm reading it to you is just to show to you that nobody is perfect, Nick. And you've had your fair share, just like all of us have, fair share of drama. So maybe you just need like a chiropractic adjustment for your psyche, all right? So this article was published on February 4th, 2010. It's a public article, it's online, and it's called Model Misbehavior. After bust, top mannequin or offered oral favors for release. The drama on this is real. February 4th, just in time for Fashion Week, a top male model is facing criminal charges after allegedly offering sexual favors to Arkansas cops in return for his release following an arrest for public drunkenness and disorderly conduct. Nick Snider, 21. I'm just laughing because 21, oh my God, so young, to be into all this. And someone else that I've really followed, a big model, I don't know if Nick have I'm sure he has heard of Andrej Pejic. I absolutely love Andrej Pejic, but now Andrej is Andrea after, she's transgender now. So he is a she, and she was the first androgynous male model to model both male and female costumes on the runway. And I love Andrej Pejic. I loved him. He was androgynous and everything. Now he's Andrea, or Andrea, I don't know what she calls herself, but I'm not that attracted to her anymore because she really looks very feminine, where before, she really looked androgynous, and I like that. Let's get back to this. Nick Snider, 21, was busted early Monday morning after causing a disturbance at a female friend's home in Batesville, a city 90 miles north of Little Rock, according to an Independence County Sheriff Department report, which when deputies approached the intoxicated Snyder, he stated, "I am a very famous model." I told you, it has to do with your mental state and what you think about yourself and how you think. And I always told you that I think that Nick holds himself to a higher standard than other people. That is what I get from him. Okay. As Snyder was being transported in a patrol car to the county jail, he kept trying to get me to stop the car and let him go, reported Deputy Brian Lutzschwager. Mr. Snyder stated to me, "If you stop, I'll suck your dick and balls if you let me go." Snyder, pictured in the mugshot at left, allegedly repeated the oral sex offer after arriving at the local lockup, where the model also harassed the booking jailer with similar sexual comments. Wow, at 21, so bold, so much courage. Look at him. At 21, he thinks that, just about any guy is going to go for this and let him go if he just does that. With a condom or without, Nick? Probably without. Snyder has appeared as the face of Prada and was named by Forbes in 2008 as the world's 5th most successful male model. And I can see that. He's absolutely gorgeous. Let's just, state facts for facts. Last month, he was in Paris at the Yves Saint Laurent fashion show and will appear on various runways when New York City's Fashion Week begins February 11th. Snyder, a Manhattan resident, did not respond to TSG messages sent to his Facebook and MySpace account. Whoa. All right. So there you go. I just wanted to read that to you, neither here nor there. This isn't to, oh yeah, this is a smoking gun. This isn't, for you guys to go out and spread bad things or say negative things about Nick. This is a fact. This is what happened. The reason I'm reading it is to let everyone know, including all the drama channels, you are no better than anyone else. So check yourself when you're being so cruel and so mean and so snidey to other people. They're human beings. Like Dustin said in his tweet, he said, it's just painful. It's just hurt feelings. Well, Dustin, other people get hurt too. So you can do your work as a drama channel and be fair and present both sides and give your thoughts and commentary without being hateful. I'm not saying this directly to Dustin, I'm saying it to everyone, without being rude, without being like, I don't know, without really, you can take sides, but, do you have to be so harsh about it? Just be more gentle about it, and people are going to like you anyways. So I'm reading comments from, I guess her name is Callie, from Callie's video. Miss Mint says, and now the petty gang is attacking Peter on all of his social medias. You know what? I can't stand this anymore. I am reading these comments, and I hope, some of these YouTubers are watching. So Petty Page's gang is attacking Peter for what? For what? I don't know. If you guys know, let me know down below. I don't know. I guess I could go research it. But after this video, I've got to edit and get it up before something else happens, because it's quick. A whole group of friends who were all just reaping the benefits from each other was bound to have issues and drama. Yeah, no kidding. They all rubbed me the wrong way as of late. That was by Mimi Cat. American Maid. Oh, hi, American Maid. You comment on my videos too. Nice to see you here. The fact that Dustin is passive aggressively coming for anyone whose comments about him is very telling. His ego is ridiculous and his insecurities are showing. The video that I saw with Trisha, Dustin, and Nick showed me a different side of Dustin, because when Trisha was admitting to certain things, like having someone else poop on her chest, to be specific, Dustin was like, he was just like innocent, kind of innocent and surprised, and whoa, you allowed someone to do that, and then Nick talked about fisting and that he had to try it and stuff. This is really out there, you guys. This happens, it happens. I don't want to say in a, for all, it doesn't happen all the time or anything like that, but it does happen. But to have no feels, to have no awareness of just saying I fisted somebody, or, Trisha saying, someone, I allowed someone to take a dump on me. I don't know about where or how to define that they're okay with admitting stuff like that. I don't know how, because that is that to me, my opinion, both on Trisha and Nick, just shows a very low self-worth. The article that I read to you on Nick Snider in 2010 and what he did, it's just very low self-worth. So, just so you know, you can be a top model, you can be, a top actor, you can be, rolling in the dough, you can be driving, Lamborghinis, you can be on top of the world. The appearance of being on top of the world has nothing to do with your self-esteem and your self-worth. I mean, to have and to admit, let's forget about doing it. Let's forget that these people did it. So what? They did it, So what? That's in the past. They did it. I haven't done anything like that, but I've done some things. One thing that I think that, I could have gone to jail for, not just a misdemeanor, but it might be a felony. I'm not sure. But that was when I was younger, you know, and I've done some stuff too that I can share with you guys, but trust me, it's nowhere as, well, one is kind of exciting. One is kind of exciting, but I mean, no, it's nowhere as exciting or, you know, has, you know, big, you know, it has some of these things. Let's just do a couple of more of these because I like reading these comments and I hope it's okay for me to do this. For Glam Duel said, I love the fact that you're talking about it, but only the people around them know the truth. Soon it will be exposed. And in parentheses, they say the truth, that the people that know it is me, Aeon, Beatrix, etc. And soon it will be exposed. I don't know what that means. I don't know why some people, this is Glam Duel, says that she knows some truth and that it will be exposed. I don't know, exposed by who? Leisha Machin says, I don't get it. Dustin was in Nick's channel for the longest time until like 2 days ago. Well, they got into something. You know, someone said something that it's simple. This is very simple. Someone did or say something, either Nick or Dustin did or say something that the other one didn't like, and they responded in a way that the other one didn't like, and they got into a little thing. And oof, they went. Nick went back home in a puff and a huff, and Dustin went back home, if they were both in LA, in a huff and a puff. And, you know, Rich Lux is sitting there, you know, putting on his, you know, makeup and wearing his crown and, you know, and just working on his own stuff. And so I used to love and constantly watch Rich. He has changed though, period. And after that collab with Trashy Trisha, I was done. I will not support anyone that associates with that trash. I love Luscious. You know what, just Denise, you can't, you know, people, you can't judge other people because they did a video or they collabed with someone that you don't like. That's like saying, seriously, you guys, that's like saying, I don't like Taco Bell, so because, you know, Jeffree Star made a video with Nate going to the Bell Resort in Palm Springs, I'm no longer buying his makeup and I'm no longer supporting Jeffree Star because I don't like Taco Bell. That's really ridiculous. That is the most ridiculous thing I could ever. Don't do that. You know, don't not like someone because they like someone that you don't like. That doesn't make any sense. Everyone has free will to like you or not like you, right? You may like me, you may not like me, but that doesn't mean that you have to dislike people that I collab with. Or, you know, if you like someone I collab with or you dislike someone I collab with, then all of a sudden you're not going to like me? BS on that. All right. Someone said something about John Cookie, and I'm not going to skip that. Dina Cruz, I love Rich Lux funerals, mannerisms, facial expressions, and kind spirit. He is so loving, especially when he films by himself. Those are the best. Yes, they are. I love that too. Like he says, he smells like an old luxurious woman. I love him. I love Luxious for his talent, positivity, BBW, fabulousity, Latina pride, and realness. There is room to love. There's room to love everybody. She says there's room to love both. Dina Cruz, there's room to love everybody. That's just it. Why not? You know, if you don't like someone, then you just don't watch them, period, you know. But I agree with you. I think Rich does better on his own. I really do. I only recently subscribed to Dustin for Nick content, but I feel the exact same about him. Oh no, I'm nervous. I love Rich. He's so funny. And Dustin too. What's the tea? Andrea Ha says. See, a lot of people don't know what the tea is because they're not sharing with us what the tea. Oof, I gotta just watch this one and have to say, because I love Nick, Dustin, and Rich. So a lot of people, good. A lot of people love all three of you. And you know, I just don't think that it's good when all three of you or all two of you get together and, you know, form a clique or form a gang or form whatever you call it on YouTube and go after one other person. That's where I come in. You know, I'm always the one, like, I feel like the principal at the school and trying to reel in the bullies and just trying to say, hey, you know, come on, you've got flaws. You're not perfect. You may look better, you may be prettier, you may be more handsome, you may have more beautiful eyes or more beautiful hair or nose or whatever that God made you, but that does not make you superior to anyone. And I think that's, you know, really the gist of all of this. These comments are under a video titled Rich Lux, Luscious Massacre, Nick Snider and Dustin Daly, the Tea Receipts. And it is a channel called TheLyfeofaFreeSpirit. I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I apologize, but I like her, so I will link her channel below because I read her comments. And I am sweating. That's why I'm going to end this video. I'm sweating. I've got a light above me. It is so hot. I want to get the air conditioning back on. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, and one more thing. Guess what my next video is going to be on? It's going to be on the one and only time I had a sugar daddy. For one time. I had a sugar daddy for once. I mean, well, anyways, keep watching if you want to know the tea on everything. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.